What's going on, YouTube? Team G Sale back with another pickup video. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This is a really important video because last week I hit 300 subscribers. I actually believe I'm up to 305 subscribers now, or even more. And it's time for the 300 subscriber giveaway. So here's what you need to do. First thing you need to do, make sure you're subscribed. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Next thing you got to do, watch this video to the end. Finally, smash the like button, just to make sure that you show your support. And I did say finally, I apologize. Last but not least, comment below. And I want you to comment below with one of the 3 games that you would like to win if your name is selected. Just in case you forgot, the first game that I'm offering is a complete in-box copy of Pokemon Platinum. Next up, I'm offering a complete in-box copy of Drakengard for the PlayStation 2. And finally, I'm offering what I call the Final Fantasy package. It's Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 for the original PlayStation, all complete in the case. So comment below if you want the Final Fantasy package, just type Final Fantasy. If you want the Pokemon Platinum package, just type Pokemon. And if you want Drakengard, type in Drakengard. What I will do after I wait about a week and I get all the people who comment in, I will go ahead, make sure that you're subscribed, and I put the names into a randomizer on random.org. I've done this before for my previous 2 giveaways, and then what I do is I send the randomizer out and I'll make a video with the winner. If you're local, I'll drop it off. The last 2 winners were, and I dropped it off to both of them. And if you're national or international, I will ship to you. I will cover the cost of that shipping. I haven't had to ship to the US, but if I do, we'll figure something out, make it work for you. And again, just thanks for all the support, guys. I really, really appreciate it. The channel is continuing to grow a lot more than I was hoping it would, and I just wanted to keep going. So if you haven't, please share this with your friends as well. Today is a very video game heavy pickup. In fact, almost all but 2 things I have here are video game related. So without further ado, like we always do, let's jump into non-video game pickups. Only 2 things today, like I said. The first one is a VHS. I popped by one of the local thrift stores, and it's Pawn Traders. I won't say which one because I don't want to get the employee in trouble, but one of the employees at said store, I haven't seen him in quite some time, and he was off for COVID, but he's back, and he gave this VHS to me for $1, and he also helped me out with a game, which I'll show you in the game section, but for $1, I got a VHS of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Green Ranger special here. So $1, I'll add that to my VHS collection. And last for non-video game pickups, this one was at Value Village. It was $1.99, so I couldn't use my $5 coupon, or my $2 off coupon, because it has to be above 5. I got a vintage 1984, I believe it is, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Heroes in a Half Shell card game. Maybe it's 86. You know what? At the store, it looked complete. When I took it home, it was missing these 5 turtle shells that came with it. But the reason I thought it was complete is because it had these inside. Help me out. I can't remember what these are. They're Splinter and Shredder, and they're little minifigures. I'll try to get to the camera. And they have like little marbles in the middle so they spin. Oh, excuse me. Help me out. What are those from? I don't remember, but they were in the package, so that's why I thought they were complete. But it turns out they're not from this set at all. Either way. That's it today, guys, for non-video game pickups. So without further ado, let's go right to video game pickups. And there is a lot this week to go through. We're going to start... Yeah, I guess we'll do the Wii stuff. So I've been continually selling on eBay, and my policy here is once I sell on eBay, I use the profits to purchase myself Wii games to complete my collection. I now need 59 games to complete the North American NTSC Wii set, and I am... like I said, getting very close, and unfortunately having to turn to eBay to get all of the remaining games because I just cannot find them locally. But as usual, I'll post a picture of some of my recent sold items. I sold an Atari 2600 with some games that I got for free for $70, and I sold a Coleco Gemini that I found at a garage sale for a few bucks for $30. So with the profits, I got these games. First up, Night at the Museum Battle for the Smithsonian. Yes, I did need this one. It is complete in the case, although the manual is a little bit messy. Might have some water damage, but that's okay. This one is a bit uncommon. I've never actually found it in the wild, and it is Guitar Hero Dual Packs, with just a combination of 2 already existing Guitar Hero games for the Wii. Complete in the case. Happy to add it to the collection. This one's also a bit uncommon. I've actually only come across it once in a while, and it was like 30 bucks, so I passed on it. This game is Power Punch. I think I got it for about 24. I used basically the profits from the Coleco Gemini to grab that. Sorry for the glare, guys. I realized there's a little bit of glare in some of these games. The next one, kind of a shovelware title, Totally Spies, Totally Party. Complete in the case. This one is a rather uncommon one. It's actually a sealed copy. It's Yaya's Adventure. I looked up some gameplay. It looks wild, like just a trippy, like a drugged up kind of game. I can't even explain it. Yeah. Turbo Super Stunt Squad. Yeah, just never seen this one in the wild. And last but not least, I've seen this multiple times. This one wasn't from eBay. I actually got this locally. Neil sent me a picture of one of this marketplace ad, $3. I got a complete box copy of Just Dance Kids 2014. So I'm down to my final 2 Just Dance games, Just Dance 2019 and Just Dance 2020. Okay, I believe I mentioned that my friend at the thrift store gave me the Power Rangers DVD for $1, or sorry, VHS. He also gave me this for $1, Resident Evil Outbreak for the PS2, complete in the case. Didn't even ask him. I just went up and he's like, yeah, give me $2 for both. So, yeah, it's really nice of him. Add that to the collection. Yeah, I guess I'll go with these. Went into another Pawn Traders. Sorry about that. Went into another Pawn Traders this week, and I blew me away. First thing I noticed is they normally have a lot of Xbox 360, PS3 games, some Wii, the whole shelf. Like, I'm talking 100 games, GameCube, and I'm like, wow, okay, obviously some of these have to be good titles. I start looking through them, nothing. They're all kind of shovelware, sports or kids games, so I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I go over to the display case, and the guy has hundreds of games stacked up that he's putting away. Super Nintendo, original Nintendo, GameCube, Wii U, N64, and I was like, hey, I'm like, wow, what happened? Like, where'd you get all the games? He goes, well, we're cleaning out the back, and we had all these games, so I finally went and priced them all. Obviously, they looked up the value, so the more expensive titles were behind, but some of them were reasonably priced. So this one was $10, and I'd been looking for it for a while. It's a copy of Gods for the Super Nintendo. So I picked this one up. And I didn't have enough money on me at the time. I didn't have my bank card with me because I had lost it and I had a temporary card. So I went back the next day with some more money, and they did 5 for $20 on these N64 games. It was funny because they had a copy of Stunt Racer for $29.99, and I like lost my mind. I'm like, well, I'll take Stunt Racer, and he grabs it. He goes, yeah, it's a reproduction cartridge. And I'm like, oh, lovely. Funny enough, the next day I'm back there, same guy working there, and he tells me that all of these games came from a collector. And the reason I found this weird is because they already had the custom side labels on it. Only a collector would do that. So, yeah, he tells me this was somebody's collection, and he tells me that he just sold Go-Go Hypergrind for the GameCube for $200. Now, I'm not a GameCube expert, but that seemed like a relatively fair price. Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't even look it up if it was. But so these games were essentially, well, I got 5 for $20, so they were $4 a piece. They're all kind of shovelware titles just to beef up my collection. So there's Chopper Attack for the N64. $4. Elmo's Letter Adventure. All the ones without prices, he said, were $5 or 5 for $20. I got F1 Pole Position 64. And I didn't even need to use the side stickers because this person already had them on. Extreme G. And last but not least, Bass Hunter 64. Nothing amazing here, but whatever. Just added some titles to the N64 collection. Okay, everything else here is from flea markets. So I went to Mulvey Flea Market, first time in quite some time. And there's a vendor right by the front door. He's a very nice guy. And he's got a whole wall that's all $5 games. So I'm looking through it, and it's been picked through. There's really nothing there. But I saw this guy, and I knew it was uncommon for the Wii. I figured maybe it is for the DS as well. Ivy the Kiwi. Which is a very uncommon Wii game. And turns out not a super common DS game. I think it's like a $25 or $30 game, so I grabbed it for $5. Unfortunately, this one is missing the manual. It isn't complete, but it seemed like a good price for $5. So there we go. I go to this other booth at the back. I had dealt with this guy before, and I had actually brought some trade bait with me. I brought in... now I'm trying to remember what I brought in now. Oh, Oh, it was Game Gear games. I brought in 5 games, some of the Game Gear doubles from my previous video. And I brought in the Game Boy cleaning kit and a Super Mario DVD set, just some random stuff I was looking to get rid of. I figured I probably had about $15 into everything that I brought in. And he rings up his value and he goes, yeah, I do about 40 to 45 in trade credit, which is kind of where I was at. So I start looking through his games and unfortunately, they were all like way above eBay. And it's one of those trades where in retrospect, I honestly just probably shouldn't have made it. But the Game Gear games are hard to get rid of. People don't want them here. So I figured he's willing to take them. I might as well just do the trade. So I ended up getting, wrong one, Clay Fighter 33 1/3 for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, again, he had this at 45, so we just did a straight up trade. It's actually only worth about 25 or 30, so, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done the trade, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it was $15 into it, so I got a game for less than retail. Okay, over to Mulvey, John's booth. He had Deadly Arts, and he had it at $12, and I asked if you do 10, and he said, sure, this is way undervalued. It's actually like a $20, $25 game, so for $10, I'm happy to add that guy to the collection. Now, the rest of these are Game Gear pickups. So Neil and I are at Thirsty's Flea Market, and we just finished at John's booth, and there's another booth at the back, and it's an older woman who runs it. She's been there forever. She was at Mandalay Flea Market when I was a kid. I used to go to her booth and buy games off of her. She's a really nice lady. And I said, hey, do you have any Game Gear games? And I knew she did because I had seen them before, but they were all like way overpriced. So she pulls them out, and I said, are these stickers the right prices? And she goes, no. She goes, I haven't sold one of these in years. I said, well, what are you kind of looking to get per game? And she goes, what about $5 a game? And I said, honestly, for sports titles, the best I do is $2 a game. She says, okay, sounds good. So I go to my car to get my debit card because I had spent all my cash, and I go back, and she goes, let's just do $1 a game. And I was like, well, for $1 a game, I'm not gonna turn that down. So as some of you might know, I think I mentioned I'm gonna try to go for a Game Gear set. So $1 a game will help. So for $1 each, I got Joe Montana Football. These are all sports titles. Again, she said she would do $1 a game. Evander Holyfield Boxing. I got NHL in my mind. It's free agent frenzy right now. I got Fred Couples Golf. You can't complain for $1 a game. Super Monaco GP2. None of these really have much value except for one of them. NFL Quarterback Club. It's 95. Here we go, NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Got a little bit of value, but you counted it as a sports title, which it is. NHL All-Star Hockey. NFL 95. And then there was this guy, and this caught my eye because it's a weird cartridge. This is Pete Sampras Tennis. And if you look, it doesn't look like a normal Game Gear cart. These are Codemaster games, and Codemaster made a bunch of games for the Game Gear. I gotta make sure, last video I kept saying GameCube. And the values on some of them tend to be high, so I quickly checked price charting, and price charting had this game at $240. I showed Neil, and he's like, what? So I buy it. I don't know much about this, so I go onto the Game Gear group on Facebook, and the guys tell me this is the PAL version. The North NTSC version has like the purple around the side that says Game Gear on it. This one is only worth like $15. The NTSC one is worth $200. So darn it, I lost out. But either way, I go back next week to see her again, and I'm with Neil again, and I said, hey, remember me? And she goes, yep. I said, what do you want for the rest of the games I need? She goes, well, I did $1 on the sports games. I said, yeah. She goes, well, $2 a game. All right, I'll do it. So for $2 a game, I got these, and some of these are good. I'll start with the bad ones. Jeopardy Sports Edition. $2. Probably should count it as a sports game. Poker Face Paul's Blackjack. There was 4 of these for the Game Gear. I only need one more, and it's Poker Face Paul's Gin. All right, WWF Raw. Again, probably should have counted this as a sports game, but... Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. She actually had 2 copies of this. At some point, look on the back here, at some point this was selling for $30. It's $29.99 on the back. I got GP Rider. No idea about this game, but whatever, $2. G-Lock Air Battle. Guessing it's a shooter, no idea. And here's the decent ones. I got the Incredible Hulk, $2. I got Judge Dredd for $2. I got RoboCop 3 for $2. And last but not least, I got Ariel, the Little Mermaid for $2. And about 5 of these had plastic cases. So I've been trying to add those to the collection as well. Then Neil goes, you know what? I'm just going to buy some. So he actually went and bought a bunch of Game Gear games. And he got some good titles because I'd already had some of the ones that I left there. $2 a game. Hard to turn that down. I mean, even those Game Gear games are kind of tough to resell locally and even sort of non-locally. They're just not a system a lot of people collect for. I owned one as a kid. I absolutely loved it. Tailspin was one of my absolute favorite games for it. Didn't really get too deep into the system, but did have some good memories of it. And it's a small library of games, and they're easy to find and cheap right now. Good time to collect for them. Otherwise, guys, that's it. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Please comment below with one of the 3 packages you want. Pokemon, Drakengard, Final Fantasy. And please smash that like button. Share this channel with friends and people you know so that it can continue to grow, because at 400, I'll do another giveaway, and I'll probably do a preview for that coming up in the next week or two to show which games I might give away for that video. I have been trying to get some game review videos, like top 3 worst Wii games and things like that. I picked up a Roxio capture card probably last year, and it never had a disc with it, so I can't get the darn thing to work. So if you are any good at streaming, and I want to stream Wii, that's why I can't just get an HDMI one, let me know, because I'd really like to start doing some live streaming so I can do some more game review type videos. But once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have an amazing week. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon in the next video with the winner of the 300 subscriber giveaway. See you then. Bye now.